Good morning. I am Veselin Popovsky, professor and acting dean of the law school in Jindal Global University in India. First about me, I was educated in Moscow and London. I graduated from the Moscow State Institute of International Affairs in 1988, and this is really the top diplomatic university in Russia. Today they call it the Russian Harvard. After that, I moved to diplomatic career, and I spent 8 years in the Bulgarian Foreign Ministry in Sofia. Then I worked 1 year in New York in the Bulgarian delegation to United Nations. And then I moved to the Bulgarian embassy in London between 91 and 96. And during my diplomatic career, I developed a strong interest in international law, in the Security Council resolutions. I've done several studies of at the time, the sanctions against Iraq. Gradually, I moved to a PhD. First in London School of Economics, I did a master's degree in international relations, and then I did a part-time PhD at King's College London between 1996 and 1999. This was I'll call it the transition from my diplomatic career into my academic career. And after my PhD in 1999, I took my first academic position, which was assistant professorship in the University of Exeter in United Kingdom. I spent 5 years there teaching international law and international security. University of Exeter is quite famous. It's top 20 in Europe now. In the last 2 years of my appointment, I was successful in fundraising for a project in Russia, in Moscow. So between 2002 and 2004, I moved to Moscow to take the director of research of the European Union project on individual rights of Russian citizens in Moscow. That period was quite interesting in Russia, and we engage in a lot of advisory, including for the Russian parliament, the Duma, on various issues on constitutional law, in commercial law, trade law, and so on. So that period of time was bridging, I will call it, my academic experience with practical consultancy and advisory. After that, I moved to Tokyo, and I took another exciting job as a senior research officer in the United Nations University in Tokyo. It's a global university. The headquarters is in Tokyo, but actually it exists all over the world with various institutes, including at that time in Europe, in Middle East, in Jordan, in Macau, in Latin America. And so it's a United Nations university, global in reach, think tank. And at that period, most of my work was research-based. I published over 20 edited and authored books, numerous articles in journals. I have been invited to major international projects such as the International Commission on Intervention and State Sovereignty, which produced the report Responsibility to Protect in 2001. I was invited by Princeton University to join a team of top scholars to work on the universal jurisdiction on international crimes, and we produced the Princeton project of universal jurisdiction. The report probably is still the best advisory for prosecutors and judges how to address universal jurisdiction. Later, I also developed a scholarship on sustainable development, climate change, natural disaster. It was when Japan suffered in 2011 the biggest earthquake and tsunami. We did a lot of work on human security and natural disasters. In a publication called Defining Climate Change Victims, I was the one who first introduced the language climate change victims. I define it as different from migrations and from other consequences of climate change. In 2014, I moved to India and I took my current job, which is the most inspiring job I ever had. Jindal Global University today is well known all over the world. It's only 9 years old institution, but it has been ranked #1 in the Career 360 latest ranking. And also it is top 5 of all law schools, including national law schools in India for the last 3 and now 4 years. The kind of reason for that success is that we are global. We not only call ourselves global law school, but we are really global in terms of curriculum. We offer courses which cover jurisdictions from all over the world. We have faculty from all over the world. 25% of our faculty are foreign faculties from America, Europe, Australia, China, Africa, India. Our Indian colleagues, in fact, are also graduates from the top law schools in the world. We have graduates from Oxford, from Harvard, from Yale, from Stanford, King's College London, Biserius in Germany. More recently, we also hire Japanese and Chinese scholars, Eastern European scholars. So the group of faculties, international, but also very, very high level in terms of teaching and in terms of publications. We have over 400 publications in top journal only last year, 2017. So no surprise that Jindal Law School is ranked first in India among the private law schools, but also the university is in the top 250 of the ranking of QS in BRICS. And this is the youngest university among 250 top BRICS QS universities. And again, the reason for that success is the global approach, the global curriculum, the global faculty, and the global standards. Our ratio is 15:1, students to professors. In fact, students are very helpful in giving us a useful feedback, and we are very much student-centered university. We really care about what students want to study. We are in constant touch. We offer electives which students want to take, and we try to also boost their future career by placing them in internships, in clerkships, with law firms, with High Court, Supreme Court of India. Our students interested in litigation in particular participate in the best moot court in the world. They bring awards from Jessup Court, from John Pictet, and other moots. So they are really enthusiastic participants in international moots, and they bring the awards back to us, which makes us proud of those elevated and highly educated students we produce. So basically, to sum up, Jindal Global University made one of the most successful, inspiring journey over the last 9 years since it was established in 2008. And we are very happy to collaborate with universities all over the world and to bring our success and our inspiration into other law schools. Thank you.